there was a natural flow of the railroads around all sides of the stockyards. This was the hog yards here. This was the sheep division. That was the cattle yards. And people don't realize what a huge system of tunnels there was that went underneath through here. I mean, they let the hogs out in the stockyards, and they stopped here with Armour's hogs. They went on over and they stopped here with Swift's hogs. Then they went on, the alley went all the way down, ended up at Wilson's plant. The stockyards and the packing house district were the lifeblood of South Omaha. Now, they might have been a little bit divided, okay? And by that I mean the farmers and the stockyards people flowed in from one side of L Street and pumped the livestock in one side, just like a human being eats, and out the other side came the meat. And the people that worked in the packing house district, they kept the packing houses flowing, okay? And Q Street was what kept the packing houses flowing. The packing houses couldn't have survived without the stockyards, and the stockyards couldn't have survived without the packing houses. You know, when Q Street was really going back when I was a little kid in the 50s, on Friday when everybody'd get off work about 2 o'clock, there would absolutely be hundreds upon hundreds of people coming out of those packing houses. I went to the yards all the time with my dad, all the time. When I was a little kid, my mother used to say something about the stockyards when there was always kids around there. I mean, it's like a daycare. There was always something going on around there. You know, kids shouldn't have played there. We played there all the time. McTier, our commission company, we always had 2 horses up in the alley. You can imagine what went on. We were always saddling a horse and riding around, and it was like being at a carnival. Oh God, it was terrible. It was terrible tough. You had to be terrible tough just to walk down the street. You didn't fear for your life. I mean, there wasn't any killings or shootings people weren't harmed, but you had to watch what you said. I mean, there was a lot of really tough people around there, but if you didn't say anything to anyone, no one was going to hurt you. I mean, and there were people around to stand up for people that couldn't defend themselves. I mean, but there was none of that needed to be done. I mean, there wasn't no moral squad. There wasn't no morals either. And Frank Kawa at Johnny's Cafe, if he called the police and told somebody, there's somebody in my place with a gun, the police in South Omaha would say, well, when they shoot somebody, call us. I knew Lightning. He was as good a guy as I ever met in my whole life. When he died, they put in his obituary he had been charged with 385 felonies and never convicted of one. They didn't have time for petty crime, but if somebody did something big, they'd go see Lightning. Lightning had an after-hours joint, and everybody'd be sitting in there drinking booze out of teacups. And there'd come 2 cops. The cops knew what was going on. The cops would come in. Lightning, we need to talk to you. Go up there to your police station. Wait there. I'll call you in an hour. And he'd get up, go over to the payphone, make a phone call, hang the phone up, come back, go to playing cards again. About 15 minutes, the phone would ring. A payphone now. Go over, answer the phone. Okay, I got you. Okay, hang the phone up. Put a dime in, dial the phone, call the police. On private line he had up to the police station. Hey, Sarge, here's where he's at. Give him the address. The cops would go get the guy. He ran South Omaha. No, it was slow. It was like being waterboarded. We had a lot of old guys around the yards. They were old, okay? And we had a lot of those old guys who thought mistakenly that they were going to live forever. Well, that ain't right either. So they thought they were going to take their business with them. You ain't going to do that. No, it was a slow drifting away. You know, some of their business went to other commission companies. We retained a lot of it. I retained most all of my business to this day, but some of it was gone forever the day after some of those guys retired or died. Most of it. And I look at 24th Street and I say to myself, it doesn't look like 24th Street did when we were kids. Right. And it shouldn't, because it's changed cultures, okay? And it's not bad. I mean, it's just that it's different than it was for a reason.